video of the miniature horse in Holland last year, and I forget what it's called. I'll put the name of the video on the bottom of the screen, what playlist it's in here. But so he was very responsive, but he pulled away. And if you know, in times when they've put their head out, I've closed my fingers and waved the flag at their rib cage or whatever, and they've bent in like that. Whereas to him, that drove everything more out. It's so responsive, that drove everything out. And so that's when we started working on trying to get him to look at it. So that was the first time I'd really messed with that. And I've messed with it quite a bit at clinics, you know, last year and the beginning of this year. There were several things we've done. One of them, we had like a plastic water bottle and crinkled it when that horse was going around. It's because the thing is, any pressure you put on them makes them look out more. They're usually the sensitive types. They're not usually the dull types. Any pressure you put on them makes them look out more. And so we had someone, they crinkled the water bottle. I think with that little horse who jumped up and down. Another horse, I may have used my zipper up and down. Anything to get them to look at you. There was one at a clinic, I think the lady put a plastic bag in her pocket because the plastic bag outside the pocket was almost too much pressure. Wrinkling that plastic bag, the horse almost looked away more, but the inside a pocket was a little more subtle. But anyway, so I've been messing with it quite a bit, and I just got back from a clinic in Washington State, which is the very northwest corner of the United States. And there was a couple of horses up there that I did it with, and with completely astounding results, absolutely astounding. And the reason it was astounding is they were the sort of horses you didn't think doing nothing would help. So my horse Murray, you've all seen a little bit of Murray. Murray, when he was young, we did the groundwork, it all seemed good, and then I got him back in, you know, he had his surgery or whatever. Spent a couple of years out in pasture or whatever. I got him in, and I'm going to start riding him. And Murray seems to do the groundwork really quite well. He's a little weird, but does the groundwork quite well. But when I saddled him and did all that stuff, he just didn't get any better. He was tight and worried and stuff. And the thing I've come to realise that I haven't been looking at all this time is their eye. And I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and we were talking about how I said to him, I said, well, you probably noticed it all the time. I've been looking at everything else, the whole body shape, everything else, the ears, but I haven't been looking at the eye. And call me stupid. And he goes, no, well, I've only just become aware of it too. But Murray's eye always looks out. Actually, Murray does what I call the windshield wiper or the windscreen wiper eyes, whereas when he goes around you on the ground, like his eyes go from a head to out to head to out, and he's got a lot of white around his eyes, so you can really see it. Like you see the white in the back of his eye, white in the back of his eye, white in the back of his eye, and if he's gone around this side, looks out, white in the back of his eye, he looks straight over there, but he never looks in here, he never looks at me. And I've come to realise now that is the problem with him. So, and it's the same problem with Sherlock. So that's fair enough, they're kind of odd. So I'm going to work on that with them, but I just got Bundy out the other day and started messing with him. And Bundy's always had, like on his left side, he's always had a bit of a stiff spot. And I don't mean stiff as in he doesn't bend, but his neck bends, his body bends, but if this here is his neck, like so this is his withers, and this is his neck, and this is his atlas, so that's his neck and that's his skull right here. Looking at it from the top, when his neck bends like that, that atlas doesn't rotate like that. So if you're sitting on his back here and looking down, this is the top of his neck, and this is the top of his head, his ears are right there. He kind of does that when this bends.